Welcome to the second game from our contest. Genevieve Fisher is going to sing the national anthem for us. Starting lineups, first I'll go with Catholic. 2, Sam Sompriak. Number 3, Ryan McDonald. Number 5, Brian Edwards. 33, Anjay Tamba. And 34, Akeem Odisipe. That's how that goes. And for the William Blount Governors, 2, Chance Pride. Number 3, Brett Bowling. 4, Cam George. 5, Grant Reardon. And number 14, Trey Clemmer. In the first contest where these guys played, William Blount led at the half, but William Blount didn't have any answers for their big guys in the second half. So hopefully there's a different outcome today. Catholic gets the tip. There's where Tomba does his damage. Offensive putback. That was on a McDonald miss. Cam George drives in with a pull-up, and that's good. 2 points for Cam George. Cam George and Tomba fighting down low. Edwards drives baseline, brings it all the way through. Cam George knocks it away. And Trey Clemmer comes up with it. Kicks it over to Bowling. Bowling to Reardon. Reardon with a pull-up three. Backer ends. McDonald saves it in. To Otis Sipe. George knocks it away. He walked with the basketball, but they're going to call a foul. Foul's on Brett Bowling. That's his first, team first. Tomba with 2 free throws. He makes both of those, and he has Catholic's 4 points. Pride to bring the ball up. Cam George will get it over to Clemmer. Clemmer will try a 3. That's strong. McDonald with the board. Gets it up quickly to Sempriak. He lays it up. And Cam George comes away with the rebound. He'll get it up to Pride. Pride over to Reardon. Reardon lays it up and in. Edwards makes the 3. Bowling drives it in. And it's blocked. Odisipe, no mercy at the rim. McDonald with a layup on the other end. William Bluff subs in 5 for 5. He'll bring in Isaiah Pratts, Jordan Tarver, Jared Young, Will Combs, and Isaiah Norman. Jared Young drives it in. It's going to be a long night for the Govs if they're not going to call that foul. That was a textbook box out. Contact was there, and they still allow Otis Sippe to come over the back. Tarver drives it up and lays it in. Doesn't lay it in. It rims out. Otis Sippe comes away with the rebound. Edwards drives baseline with a reverse. He misses that. And Tarver comes away with it. Tarver gets it over to Morton. Morton's miss. Otis Sippe. Norman comes away with a rebound. Tarver will bring it up, and he'll pull up the three. That's short. Otis Sippe gets another rebound. He gets it ahead to Tamba, who dunks it. That's two baskets by missed layups by William Blount Govs. McDonald comes away with the steal. Norman backs it out, kicks it up to Will Combs. Combs over to Young. Tarver trying to set a screen. Young still with the basketball. They'll reset. Ball go over to Combs. He'll kick it to Norman. Norman over to Pratts. Pratts over to Tarver. Tarver to Young. Norman gets it over to Young. Asks for a screen. He'll drive it in. And he'll lay it up off the side of the glass. There's just so much height underneath. You beat one guy and you're facing another 6'10" guy. Otis Sippe tried to muscle it in, but Young and Combs played great defense, but Combs with the turnover trying to find Norman under the basket. Turnover leads to easy bucket for McDonald. Young operates with the basketball, kicks it out to Tarver. He shoots it strong, that three. Norman fights for the rebound, but it knocks it out of bounds. William Blount comes back with their starters. William Blount outscored 11-0 while the starters were on the bench. Tamba with it underneath. Shortest guy on the floor, the second shortest guy on the floor, got that rebound. Now, Cam George got that rebound. He'll get it up to Pride. Cam George fakes the three, gets it over to Bowling. He'll take that three. That's strong. McDonald comes away with that rebound. Bowling hampering him, forces a bad pass. That goes out of bounds. It'll be William Blount basketball. Pride gets it underneath, over to Reardon. Reardon with the fadeaway. Clemmer gets the board and gets that blocked. Edwards comes down with it, and he'll kick it out to McDonald. Back to Edwards, he'll try a three. That's good. Catholic with a very balanced attack. Bowling with some dribbling, gets it to Pride. Pride back out to George. George hit the high post with Clemmer to Pride. He's fouled on the shot. That was the easy call. Brian Edwards called on the foul, his first, team first. Chance Pride will go to the line for two. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chance Pride makes the first. And he makes the second. William Blount down 6-18 early. Cam George knocks it away, and he comes away with a steal. Grant Reardon shoots the three. The score at the end of one, William Blount 6, Catholic 18. William Blount will get the basketball to start the second period. George inbounds it to Chance Pride. Reardon has it. Now's the time for William Blount to attack the basket. Tarver gets it in, gets it up and in. Catholic has taken Odisipe out of the game, so there's not two rim protectors, just the one. Red Bowling knocks it away. Edwards collects the rebound. Bowling kicks it out to George for three. That's short. Bowling gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Reardon. And that, he'll hit that one. William Blount's going to have to score quite a bit to stay in this. Tamba just comes over the top. Tarver fronted correctly. It's just too high. Chance Pride drives around, finds George. Bowling with it. Bowling finds Tarver. Tarver draws the foul, but they will not call that foul. Cam George getting in on the blocking action. Tarver tips it away. Edwards tips it over to Patterson, who's entered for Catholic. Chance Pride comes away with the steal. He'll get it, try to get it up to Reardon. Lil Strong. .6:15 to go in the second period. Score, William Blount 11, Catholic 22. Edwards trying to make a move and does make a move and scores it. Pride gets it up to Reardon. Reardon drives it in, takes a reverse. Tarver gets the board, puts it up, misses. Gets up another one and makes that one. William Blount trying to hang around. McDonald tries a three. Bowling chases down the rebound, gets it out to Pride. Pride will bring it across the line. He'll kick it back down to Bowling. Bowling tries to go up, and he gets pushed. That'll be two shots. Fouls on Ryan McDonald, his first, team second. He makes the first. He makes the second. Will Combs is entered for William Blount. Cam George comes up with the block. Tarver with the rebound. George gets it up to Combs. Jump ball goes over. Sompriak with it. Will Combs comes away with the steal. He gets it up to Tarver. Tries to get it up to Tarver. McDonald intercepts it. Isaiah Pratt steals it. Tarver for three, and that's strong. Bowling tried to get to it, but McDonald held him, didn't let him get to it. No call. That's a correction. They're going to let William Blount keep that basketball, which is the correct call. Isaiah Pratt checks in for Bowling. Cam George with the step back two. That's short. Kirchner enters for Catholic, and he gets that rebound. Tomba with it underneath, gets it out. Kirchner shoots a three and misses. Cam George playing a great game underneath defensively. Edwards comes away with it. He gets a dunk. George was stripped by Catholic, and the referee didn't see it. Edwards gets another one. Tarver with the basketball. William Blount being careless with the basketball. Clemmer with it up top, over to Pratts. Pratts with the basketball over to George. George looking for somebody to pass to. They'll run the play, get over to Clemmer. Clemmer to Combs. Combs drives in, kicks it out to Tarver. Tarver will drive in. Combs to Pratts. That's who you want shooting it. Pratts with the miss. Tarver will chase down the rebound. Referee awards the ball to Catholic. He had the best look at it in the gym at it. Bowling, Pride, and Reardon check back in. Edwards with it. He'll drive it all the way in and just lay it up. William Blount really having trouble with Edwards today, as he has 16 points in this game already. Pride drives in. He'll draw the defense. The shortest guy drives against the tallest guy. That was a carry. McDonald drives it in and scores. William Blount has no answers for these guys driving to the basket. William Blount drives to the basket. They're finding not a lot of room to operate. Bowling tries a three from the top of the key, and that misses. McDonald comes away with the rebound. Edwards has it at the wing. He'll drop it down to Tomba, and Tomba will just half hook it. Bowling tips it over to Grant Reardon. Grant Reardon gets the rebound. Reardon throws it to the Catholic cheerleaders. Trying to be a little too fast. Great idea as he had to open Isaiah Pratt. Just getting a little excited. Edwards over to McDonald. McDonald tried to get it down to Tamba, but it was knocked out by Grant Reardon. Edwards drives it in. Kirchen skies up for the board. Kicks it out to McDonald for the 2-point basket. Bowling hits Reardon on the backdoor cut. He gets it up and in. Edwards drives it in. He tries to get it up. Tamba comes away with it. He kicks it over to Kirchen. Kirchen throws it at Edwards' feet. And it goes out of bounds to William Blount. William Blount down 34-17. Tarver with a pull-up miss. Bowling with the rebound. Bowling kicks it out to Reardon for the missed three. Pratt goes up to defend. McDonald goes underneath him, and Pratt lands on him. Get this, folks. There is 37 seconds to go in the first half, and there have been 4 fouls called. 4. It's tough for William Blount to win a game where there's not a lot of fouls called. Edwards has it out top. Tarver checking him. Tarver gets it out of Edwards' hands. Tarver's trying to keep Edwards from getting it back. Edwards gets it. 10 seconds to go. Double it, force it out. George comes away with it. Your halftime William Blount to get the basketball to start the second half. William Blount to go with their normal starters, which is Chance Pride, Brett Bowling, Grant Reardon, Cam George, and Jordan Tarver. Interesting, we haven't seen Odesipe in a while. He started off getting several rebounds and several blocks. Grant Reardon with a double clutch. Tamba comes away with the rebound. Brett Bowling tips it away. Last touch by William Blount. Tamba gets the ball inside. Jordan Tarver, right on cue, draws the charge. Foul's called on 33. Hamjay Tamba, his first of the game. First team foul. Pride kicks it over to Tarver. To George for three. Patterson gets the rebound. Edwards with it. And Edwards lit William Blount up in their first matchup, and he's doing it again this time. Sompriak dumps it down to Ryan McDonald for the lay-in. Bowling with the basket. Tamba fakes the shot, but I don't think he's going to shoot from there. Patterson tries a three, and it's way off the mark. Falls out of bounds. Pride with the basketball. He finds Tarver. Tarver driving in. He'll kick it way down. He saw Bowling open, and Bowling was open, but couldn't find the pass. Tarver tries to draw another charge, but doesn't. It ends up being a block. That'll be his first foul of the game. Ball comes into Edwards, and he'll have a little runner. That doesn't go. He gets his own rebound. Cam George fouls him on the putback. But it was called on Bowling. Edwards at the line for two. He makes the first. Jared Young checks into the game. Edwards misses. And they allow Sompriak to get the rebound. Somebody didn't box out. Edwards drives it in. Gets it over to Tamba. And Tamba trying to operate. Edwards right over to McDonald for the lay-in. They're doubling down on Tamba, forcing the ball out of his hands and getting it to Edwards, and Edwards just finding the open person. Bowling drives it in and kicks it over to Young. Young to Reardon. Reardon drives it up, tries to lay it up, gets it on the glass, but doesn't convert. Tamba comes away with the rebound. Tarver almost intercepts the pass. McDonald drives in. Reardon gets it up to Tarver, and Tarver will lay it in. William Blount down 17 or 18 right now. McDonald with the jumper. Bowling with the rebound. Bowling, one of our top rebounders. I believe that's his first rebound of the game. And he'll take it baseline to baseline and score the basket. Thomas sets a high screen to get the switch, and then he dives down. Oh, that was a walk. Carried it, walk, gets his own rebound, and he puts it back. Reardon with the basketball, gets it over to George. Bowling with it, kicks it down to Young. Bowling goes, sets a screen for Young. Young dribbles, he falls down, gets it out to George. Reardon for three. That's good with the assist from Reardon. Who was that? Young comes away with it, kicks it up to Bowling. Bowling out to Tarver for three, and that's good. William Blount making a run. They close it to 12, and Catholic will call a timeout, and it'll be a 30-second timeout with 3:36 to go in the third quarter. That is the game's first timeout. If William Blount can come up with a couple of stops here, get it to a single-digit lead, try to give him a chance. Noticeably, Odisipe is still on the bench for Catholic. Catholic gonna try to. Well, they spread it out. Thought they were going to get an easy basket. Grant Reardon comes down, shoots a three. Cam George tips it, and Edwards comes away with it. And he'll get it over to Patterson for a three-point attempt. Fouls on Brett Bowling, his third, also 13th foul of the half. Tomba at the line for two, he hits the first. Pratt's and Pride check back in for William Blount. William Blount to take a 30-second timeout with 2:56 to go in the third quarter. .256 to go in the third quarter. William Blount's down. The score, Catholic 43, William Blount 29, 14-point game. It will be William Blount basketball to bring it up the floor. In a game where only 8 fouls have been called, 3 of those have been on Bowling, so he takes an early seed in the third quarter. 2 of those threes were where he switched over to try to prevent a layup and does prevent the layup. Pratt gets it to George. George back out to Pratt. Over to Young. Down to Pride. Pride will dribble over. Makes a move. Over to Tarver for three. It comes out. George gets a rebound. Young with it. Young drives it in and lays it up. Jared Young with the drive in the basket. Catholic trying to run a four corners. Sompriak laid it up. George tipped it, and I think he tipped it in. Chance Pride drives it all the way in and gets fouled. Foul's called on 4, Presley Patterson. That's his first, team's second of the half. 2 minutes to go, and Chance Pride in the third quarter. Chance Pride goes to the line for 2. William Blount down 14. This is only William Blount's 5th and 6th free throw of the game. He makes 1 of 2. William Blount being very aggressive defensively right now, trying to cause trouble. Edwards has the basketball and swings it out to Sompriak, and he'll drive it in, looking back to Edwards. He kicks it out. Cam George gets a McDonald miss. He'll get it up to Young. He'll find Pride on the wing. Pride drives it in. He gets it up. Sompriak collects the miss. And he passes it to the athletic director in the corner. Pride over to Young. Young looks to operate. He finds Pratt's on the opposite wing. He drives in over to George. He'll try a 3. He'll make a 3. Cam George finally converting a 3. That's a 10-point game. They can. McDonald answers. 12-point game. Pride to Tarver. Tarver shoots the step back. Rims out. 20 seconds to go. Cam George. Connor Kirchen scores the basket. They'll call timeout. Official timeout. Cam George shaking up on the play. Grant Reardon enters in for Cam George. 12 seconds to go. Pride with it over to Tarver. Had Grant on the back door, but he was held. Kirsten picks up his first foul. Team third. Young trying to find somebody to get it. William Blount calls a timeout to prevent the turnover. So it'll be a 30-second timeout with 4.7 to go in the third quarter. We've let down 14. They've only trimmed 3 points off the lead thus far. The lead was 17 at halftime. If they can get a score here, it's still a manageable game. William Blount closed to within 10 earlier. A couple misses and a couple of Catholic baskets. Got it back to 14. Pride to Pratt's. And he'll try the three. It's short. Score at the end of 3. William Blount 35, Catholic 49. It's a 14-point difference. Catholic will get the basketball to start the fourth quarter. The only person in the game in foul trouble is Brett Bowling. He has 3. No one else has more than 1. But starting the fourth quarter, we should see him re-enter. Cam George being evaluated on the bench. William Blount remains with the players that were in the game at the end of the third. William Blount looks to trap the basketball. Edwards find McDonald again for layup. Jared Young finds some room at the basket for a layup. Fouls on Jared Young, his first, team fourth. Sam Sompriak will go to the line for 2 shots. He makes both free throws. Reardon over to Pratt's. Pratt's to Reardon. Reardon with the fadeaway. Tries to get it down to Tarver. It's turned over. McDonald drives it down. Reardon drives it in, gets it up, and Tarver tips it, and it's last touch by Catholic. Pratt's with it out front, finds Bowling in the wing. Bowling looking to operate. He kicks it over to Tarver, and Tarver will lay it up, and he got blocked. Edwards with the Euro step, lays it up, lays it in. Pratt's with it in the corner, dribbles out to the wing, kicks it down to Reardon for a short jumper. He airballs that. McDonald collects the rebound, and he'll come up over to Edwards. Edwards to the corner to Patterson for a 3. Back rims. Pratt's with the rebound. He'll get it up to Bowling. And Bowling fakes it. Edwards goes flying, and then he just lays it up and in. Very smart play, as Edwards already has a dunk in the game. Very athletic. Bowling on Edwards. Edwards kicks it over to McDonald. To Sompriak, back to McDonald, and he'll reverse it, lay it up and in. Bowling with it at the wing, and he tries to find Pratt's and turns it over to Edwards. Edwards brings it up, gets it over to Sompriak. He'll have a step back jumper and make that. Lead back to 20, the largest lead of the game. Reardon trying to operate, kicks it out to Bowling. Bowling kicks it to Pratt's. Pratt's back to Bowling. Bowling over to Young. To Reardon. To Tarver in the corner for three, and that's good. William Blount cuts it back to the halftime lead of 17. Edwards tries a three and gets the soft roll. Out to Pratt's for a three. That's good. If William Blount could just get a couple of defensive stops, they could get back into this game with that three-point basket. But the clock is not their friend. There's 4 minutes to go in the game. And Catholic is not in any hurry to enter into their offense. They're running a Sompriak answers the three with one of his own. Bowling out to Reardon. Reardon short on the three. Bowling dives at it, but Edwards is able to come away with it. He gets it to Tamba. Young tips it away. Isaiah Pratt comes away with the Sompriak miss. Tarver with a deep three. Pratt with the rebound. He'll run out into the corner. He'll find Young. Young tries to get it to Tarver, and Patterson tips it away. William Blount will take a timeout. With 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go, I believe William Blount may be conceding this. Not that they ever concede a game, but it looks like they're bringing in all of their reserves. Nice shot. Combs, Isaiah Norman, Chance Pride, Trey Clemmer, and Marshall Cooper into the game for William Blount. Catholic will stay with their starters. Will Combs operates, tries to get it down to Clemmer. Kurtzen intercepts it, but he lands on the line, and it'll go back to William Blount. So it's a 20-point basketball game, under 3 minutes to go, and Catholic still has all of their starters in. William Blount has one starter in. Half of their starters in. They've got 3 starters in. Will Combs for 3. Strong. Isaiah Norman runs down. He runs down the rebound, but a foul is called on Kurtzen. That'll be his second. Team fourth. Chance Pride with the basketball. He'll kick it over to Combs. To Norman. Back to Pride. Combs, short corner. He needs to find Cooper in the corner, and he does. He'll get a 3 up, and he'll drain that. Marshall Cooper, a very good three-point shooter, and that kid's got some range as well. Patterson gets a 3 up and in. That's an official timeout. Official timeout for substitution. Caleb Lingenfelter and Tanner Pratt will enter the game for William Blount. This is Tanner Pratt's first varsity action this year. Norman inbounds it to Lingenfelter. Foul's going to Y24 push. John Clemmer pushed him back, but they let it go. Norman inbounds it to Cooper in the corner. Cooper looking for a place to shoot a 3. He gets it over to Norman. Norman drives it in, goes back to the corner, kicks it out to Cooper. Be honest, if Cooper's inside the volleyball line, he's inside his range. Pratt's with it. He gets it over to Lingenfelter. Cooper saves it. Cooper over to Isaiah Norman. Cooper drives it in, kicks it over to Tanner Pratt. He'll take a 3 short. Clemmer with her board, and he'll sky hook it in. Three-point basket by Patterson. Cooper comes down, tries to answer it, rims out. Norman gets the rebound. He'll make a move and lay it up and in. Okay. Caleb Lingenfelter comes out of there with it. Tries to get it to Cooper. Cooper tips it. Falls down, but he's okay. 4.3 seconds to go. That's your ball game final. William Blount 52, Catholic 71. I'll go over the scoring real quick with you guys. Catholic's leading scorer was Edwards with 24, and Ryan McDonald had 20. That was the killers for us. Anjay Tambe ended up with 10. For William Blount, I'll go over all the scores. Trey Clemmer had 2. Isaiah Pratt, Chance Pride, Marshall Cooper all with 3. Cam George with 5. Jared Young had 4. Brett Bowling with 8. Grant Reardon with 10. And Jordan Tarver leads all William Blount scorers with 12. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.